Good morning, traders, and this is your Aussie South African top 40 day trade setup for today. So yesterday we had a pretty much almost a range bar, but we end up closing on our lows, and that's the second red bar in a day. Sorry, second day we've got a red bar in a row. However, this morning that is more than likely going to change with a gap up. So let's just get the levels in. I think that's the first level I want to pay attention to, and then just check to the left here. Okay, so those are the two levels. So it's the previous high and then this swing low here. So you can see we went above it, we closed below this level on the daily, and then we had a second daily close on the level below. However, what's happened after the bell closed in the US is that two bits of information came out. The first one was that there is a drug company that has announced that they have some good results with a potential cure. And the second thing is that Trump announced a plan, or some kind of a plan. Debate, the jury's out whether it is a plan, of how they can restart the economy starting as of yesterday. So, of course, that information came out right at the bell close. So the bell had just closed when that kicked off. So, yeah, not manipulation at all. But we have to wait and see how that transpires. It has broken some potential bearish patterns on the US markets at the moment. So we have to wait and see how that transpires when real traders step into the market with proper volumes and see how that is digested. So for the moment, we have the rand that is sitting at 1864. Okay, and that's down substantially from where it was yesterday. So it was hovering close to 19. So we're down at 1864 at the moment. And then 10 cent is the next problem that we have, which is up 2% right now. Okay, so with that in the back of your mind, let's have a look at what we have here. So the first bit of structure that we had forming here was a pretty solid flat bottom triangle. Okay, so that's the first bit of bearish signals that we had, and that coincides at a level on the daily. If you look at your oscillators were pretty much crossed over here. Daily oscillators all grouping below the zero line here, still indicating that this is a pullback and we're looking for another leg down. All of that pointing to what should be transpiring, but if we look at the 3 hour at the moment, oscillators are pretty much nowhere right now. Those are nowhere as well, so nothing really, except for the fact that we are inside the moving averages. So technically, trend is still up. We had this warning pattern form, but it hasn't broken out. Okay, and then if you look at the hour, you can see the confusion. Sort of below and above the moving averages kind of flattening out, although they are pointing down. But look at our oscillators here grouping here. So I suppose the signal was here that something's about to happen. So we're going to get a gap up. The question is, where is that gap going to? And I'm just going to refine this position to the top of that, right to the top of this pinball, this tail here. So that there is probably the range that I expect us to continue trading in today. I don't think I want to chase this right now. I am still looking for a short entry on majority of the markets at the moment, and there's nothing here that's really indicating that I need to be worried about or looking for a short at the moment. So this right now is looking like a range. We're going to get a gap up. If I just take 10 cent as an example, ignore this bar, that's nonsense data. So if I just take 10 cents up 2%, which basically brings that at the top of the range. It could also We could also go and close the gap to the upside and basically look for the previous high from the beginning of the week. And talking about the week right now is a doji. Okay, so even if we do rally up and then come back down, that is a doji. And you look to the left, there's a lot of resistance here. Anyway, the hour's not going to help us today. I think that's just going to give us our ranges. If you look at what happened yesterday, even the 12 minutes or the 15 minutes really wouldn't help too much at all. So, and you can see how people trying to get a trade going towards a gap close, and that doesn't materialize. And it's not going to materialize either today. So you're going to have a gap up, and you probably find some levels here. So 44,995, 4,500, and 45,330. The gap is sitting over there. No, sorry, it's not sitting there. Hang on a sec, guys. Just let me see if this is nonsense data here. Yeah, that's nonsense data. So the gap is sitting here at 45,612, and then the high of this range is 45,888. Okay, so I think I don't see us breaking the downside unless something comes out, sort of Europe sort of sees through what's going on and just start selling, look at it as an opportunity to sell. But anyway, let's just not try and look into a crystal ball. Let's look at what we have here. So gap up, you're going to find these levels. If you see price action off those levels, so what price action am I looking for? Like that, inside bar. But obviously I want to see two of them. You can see there's an inside bar there, rejection off the top there. Yesterday we came back, you can see we came back to test this inside bar here. So that was the open. There it is there. You can see we came back to test that and rejected it. Didn't give you a very big trade, but that's pretty much what we're looking for. Okay, so we're looking for pin bars. We're looking for engulfing bars like this or like this. We're looking for double engulfing bars, exactly like this. That gives you an indication it's going up. And pin bars. There's a pin bar there. And there's another pin bar there. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. So you're looking for engulfing. So in other words, if it's red and you've got a green, that's indicating a potential move to the upside. Wait for the second signal. There it is there, engulfing, and then moves up. Pin bars, when you see a pin bar, normally 9 times out of 10 you can take, well 8 times out of 10 you can take it for a move to the downside. You just need to take profit early and look for your levels. Now, if I break this down into the 5 minute, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So you can see gap up, gap down, and that's off a level, and then a gap, massive gap. I expect that gap to get closed as well. And you can see there's a pin bar, small move up to test the moving averages. A bit of a messy day yesterday. There's no real trend apart from this little one here that got going. And there you see you've got two tails to the downside, plus the inside bar. Okay, anyway guys, I think it's going to be pretty much more of the same today, and I would be interested in seeing what's happening top gap close, 45,600, and potentially top of range 45,888 if we do get up to that level. Otherwise, what I'm expecting is a pretty big gap up, go sideways, something like this, like sort of gap up, go sideways, and then fall off. That's kind of what I'm expecting. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see how the European traders actually trade the news that's happened last night, whether they feel it's good news or whether they feel it's just a manipulation. So we'll have to wait for Europe. So my advice really is wait for Europe, see what transpires, and then look for something. I wouldn't look for anything long-term today, so whatever happens is going to be short-term gain. So you're going to be on your 5-6 minute charts and look at your levels, watch your levels, and take a trade based on what you see here. Okay. And your oscillators will give you a key as well. All your oscillators will give you an indication where you're coming close to a level. Get those levels in. You can draw your levels in on the hour. It's probably the safest way to do it. And that will give you a fairly good structure to trade off. I don't see it going to the moon, and I don't see it falling to the floor today. So in other words, I suspect it's going to range. It wouldn't surprise me if we get another doji today as news gets digested. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.